Finally! Managed to get a backstab on one of those things. First one all night I've been able to sneak up on. What are the blue dots on the left? They're alchemical capsules. You can have 5 loaded, ready to go at a time, and the 145 is how many more I have in my inventory. So when I do, for example, if I fire this, it uses a capsule. When I do the attack that looks like I fire a taser out of my heel, that uses some up. But it is a very fast attack that does quite a bit of damage, so if I'm in a situation where I need to just get some damage out really quick to like get an enemy dead, then I'll use that. Shoot. I might have to do a jump dash. There we go. Oh, I overheated. Crap. Ah. That was not impressive. There's an arrow pointing in there, so let's look over here first. There's a bag up there. Petrification grenades. And 3 Vestals in this area? Super strange. I'll rest at this one, because right now if I die, it'll respawn me like 2 Vestals back, and I don't want to run through all this if I die, so I did that just to kind of bind myself there. Those guys have a much shorter melee range, it seems, than the ones that are wielding, like, pillars. Edison, thank you for the Prime, buddy. Alerts are broken right now, I apologize for that, but Mukluk Douglas about that'll be Reginald Esquire the 4th, this is Johnson Festival's the 3rd, because you, Edison, to the lamp. Hope you join us, entertainment is on the way, crank up the speakers, touch the speakers, giveaways every week, please keep it alone and near the edge. Welcome. Between yourself, Muk, not sure yourself, we get 3 key brutal, it looks like. Ooh. I assume you're not talking about Hydra. So I don't think we've ever killed Brutal Hydra. Alright, so there's a pit there. Let me look over here before I drop down. Flame resist vial. We can 30 key Brutal Hydra. Actually, since you can't have the same people attack it more than once, I think when I do my main squad on Brutal Hydra, just my main one team, it does like 10% of its health. And my backup teams don't even survive more than like 1 turn. If I took my team that does 100 mil on normal, it's gonna do like 1 mil on Brutal. It's the speeds are not high enough. Okay, that is the toughest hound thing I have fought to date. Usually these take 2 small hits to kill, these took 4. And they had guns. Looks like there was a cave in there. Too bad the environment isn't more destructible. There are sections, you know, some things you can break, but locked. So it looks like that's an exit. We'll probably come back through there later. Oh. Wow, that did not do a lot of damage. Pretty sure the dog just shot the spider, though. Used a regen. Music is weird. Charge that up. No. Charged it up for too long. I was hoping I could do a fully charged stab. Alright, so I gotta kill those with 4 small strikes. I don't think I can charge up against those. It's a shame. I do love me a charged attack. Arrow says go right. I'm going left! I could probably jump that, but I don't know if I could get back. If it's low ground on the other side, it would be one way. The high vein. It's high. There's a big boy up there. Granite cobblestone. Think of that mine shaft in Elden Ring that the trap chest ports you to that has like all of the bug people. Whoa! That was a new attack. There's electricity everywhere. Oh dang, the loot went off the cliff. Dude, what a look at that. That's a grapple point, but it's like a bottomless pit. So it's like if you die, or if you fall and you don't instantly turn around and grapple, like within a second, you just fall to your death, I think. They put that there to be like, oh yeah, I can just jump over this and come right back. Nope. It's a tarp. Oh god. Wow, 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 wow. Oh man. I have not died in the past like 4 or 5 hours of gameplay. That's my first death in a long time. Dude, that column came down on my head and I was just gone. Everything is respawned. I'm gonna see if I can run past it and get back to where I died. my gosh. The target lock. I didn't want it to auto target lock another one. Okay. Dude, jump. Oh my god. And then there was one. God, that's the same attack that killed me earlier. It's like close hit, far hit. Dude, I'm losing all my confidence at fighting these things. Oh my goodness gracious. I was about to back up and just use grenades. Alright. Ah, shoot. That didn't land, really? Oh god, is this a jumping puzzle? No, don't fall. Fulmination grenade. Where am I supposed to go? That way. Use those GW2 skills? I did! Oh. Oh! Wait, are you dead? Okay. Lavoisier, oh, that's a upgrade for our healing thing. Essence of a revolutionary spirit. I think there's a boss up there. That's the fog that usually surrounds a boss.
Monsieur Marat's men waged a terrible fight here. Some of these poor men were trampled to death.
I think that might be our target right there. I'm gonna top off. Unstable scout. This robot's on fire. Mini boss at best. Certainly not a Titan. Oof. GG. 2 bismuth blocks, wow. Grade 2 respite module. What is that? Respite. With this module, Aegis's endurance is fully restored each time she mobilizes an enemy. Oh, I don't land that often with my build. I just stab them very hard. Usually when you kill a boss like that, there's a Vestal around. But there's been so many Vestals down here. Oh, there it is. As soon as I said it.
They barricaded themselves in to escape the enemy. The only way through is the hard way.
Oh, wait a minute. I just saw my, essence or whatever. More HP. I'm not supposed to drop down there, am I? Refuge.
Monsieur Marat.
Huh? Hey? Who goes there? La diable, c'est ma tante. So this is the famous Huntress Diana I've heard so much about. Truly, 'tis an honor, madame. Now let me have a look at you. Oh, oui. You're just as they described.
This guy's a character.
Descended from the heavens to vanquish the clockwork tyrant.
Who depicted me this way, monsieur?
Mes compagnons, madame. Chief among them is Monsieur Chaudelot de la Clos. They have observed you dispensing justice all over the city. A most expeditious justice at that, as befits the crimes committed by our good king. What a strange machine you are. Gifted with intelligence, clearly, but also with speech and the freedom to do as you please. Cependant, you are still an automat. Who is your master?
It was on the Queen's orders that I came to Paris.
The poor thing. To what new level of desperation has her husband's madness driven her? Does she finally intend to leave this kingdom, where she should never have set her dainty little feet?
No, monsieur. She means to put an end to her husband's madness.
What, with you? You in what army? That's quite amusing. You
I
must
mean, we're
admit.
working on the army
And
thing. We
you,
gave the guy the
Monsieur
money.
Marat? Who is your master?
I serve not a master, but a cause. That of the Duc d'Orléans. His cousin the king has no place on that throne, and nor does his wretched dynasty. The Bourbons, along with their wars, their crimes, and their vices, are finished. It's high time their scepter be passed to an enlightened, just monarch. One who is sympathetic to the people's sufferings. But now that I think about it, madame, look at us. We've been standing around chatting like old friends for several minutes, and I still don't know to what I owe the pleasure of your visit.
I must go to the Bastille, where Monsieur de Vaucanson is imprisoned.
Oui. Such a sad fate for a king's lackey. And what do you want with your creator? This man whose blood-stained hands built the army that's currently setting Paris ablaze.
What Vaucanson has done, only Vaucanson can undo.
Fair enough. Alas, while I come and go as I please through these tunnels, it is impossible to enter the fortress.
Impossible, dites-vous?
A sanguinary automat is spreading death and terror in the depths of this quarry.
Sounds like a
At
titan.
the cost of their lives, my comrades were able to sabotage the floor of the cave to limit its movements. Nevertheless, it stands between you and the tunnel that leads to the Quartier du Temple. And that's the only way to reach the Bastille.
And yet that's exactly what I intend to do, Monsieur Marat.
À votre guise. I shall not attempt to dissuade you. There is one small thing, though. I had to disable the mobile walkways to protect myself from the automats. But since you managed to come here, I assume you already know a lot about these devices.
Indeed.
Here. This would allow you to reach the lower tunnels.
Mobile walkway lever. A pamphlet denouncing Mirabeau. L'Ami de Pupil, a political and impartial journal by Monsieur Marat. What a clever trick Monsieur de Mirabeau played on us by offering his chest to the bayonets. In the eyes of the people, the flambeau de Provence has never shone so brightly, yet the veil must be torn away and the truth must triumph over Monsieur Riquetti's tone of importance and false air of dignity, for he is nothing more than a slave of favor, a courtier, a zealous servant of authority wearing the mask of patriotism. Saint Mirabeau, who just 2 years ago would have kicked his knickers for 6 livres, is now bathing in opulence. He has just bought a mansion for the sum of 200,000 livres, which he paid in cash. He has 3 mistresses, whom he lavishes with gifts. All are welcome at his table, and he has paid off his debts. At whose expense, I ask? At the expense of the nation, whose interest he has always sold to the monarch. How this wretch, whom the ignorant have canonized and whom the blind crowds insist on crowning, must laugh at his foolish worshippers. His contempt for the people's cause is so great that he no longer even bothers to conceal it. Cunning chameleon, you may change color, but you will not escape my eye. I will track your skillful metamorphoses and draw the audience's attention to them so that they will no longer be dazzled by you. It is not to you, unworthy upstart, that we shall sacrifice our rights, our freedoms, and our happiness. Okay. Monk, have you heard of the Blishud add-on Lazuli message or to like Elden Ring Soul? Yeah, it's like called Quill or something. Yeah, I have heard of that. I wish here to denounce the duplicity of Marquis de Lafayette, the aspiring... Oh, wait, I just gave that guy a lot of money. The aspiring tyrant on whose shoulders the confidence of a nation blinded by perfidious artifice now rests. It is well known how in previous publications I have attacked the boundless ambition of our Motier. What is not known is that he has sworn to kill me, and that I have been forced to go into hiding to escape his vengeance. Know, reader, that the regiment tasked with destroying my printing press and taking me away from my home was sent by Châtelet. If our so-called national hero can in all impunity under the soldiers of the realm under his command to oppress honest citizens, if he can use public force to settle a private quarrel, who will stop him from using these brave men against the entire people? What will the French people who look to him as their savior think? By ordering the defenders of the nation to trample all over public liberty, the Marquis can only aspire to incite a civil war. This man is unworthy to command the defenders of the nation. Citizens cannot tolerate this shocking abuse. They must guard against the terrible misfortune that would be inevitable result of the usurpation of power.
Have you fixed the walkway?
I am working on it, Monsieur Marat.
That's the only way to reach the lower tunnels. The mechanism is on this level, near the walkway.
Monsieur Marat, did you take part in an operation that aimed to kidnap the Dauphin and his sister Charlotte?
Me take part in an operation? Nonsense. My only weapon is my pen, and I have sharpened it, believe you me. That said, we did receive some information concerning the children. Unfortunately, I'm sworn to secrecy. If such an operation did indeed take place, Monsieur de Leclos would have been the one behind it. Alas, I fear that he is no longer of this world. There is little doubt that he and his men fell in the galleries.
The quarry.
Dites-moi, Monsieur Marat. What exactly are you doing hiding in a quarry?
I've made a lot of enemies. In my publications, I have always denounced the corrupt, and those who corrupt them. These vampires who cheat the weak and bleed the nation dry. Chief among them, that crook Lafayette, that Trenz Sabre. A career soldier who thinks he's Caesar. Not content to maintain an army of rats, this Blondin has all the Châtelet's judges in his pocket. It seems my prose upset him, as he swore to hunt me down. If I hadn't fled, I'd have been done for, there's no doubt about that.
Who are your compagnons?
Patriots who come and go in the quarries throughout the city, under the command of Monsieur Leclos.
He said his companions
Alas, there are
died to
few
sabotage
left.
the ground earlier.
And I wager that it won't be long before the machines that have taken over our hiding place find me. My hours are numbered. Mais vous-même, have you found any companions for yourself?
Members and supporters of the Third Estate have gathered at the Cordelier Convent.
Would you be so kind as to name them?
In addition to Monsieur de Robespierre, the Comte de Mirabeau is there.
Le Flambeau de Provence. An artful chameleon who skillfully dons every color of the rainbow.
The Marquis de Lafayette, Monseigneur de...
Say no more. They're just the privileged class celebrating the marriage of cowardice and treason. With adversaries like them, the king is sure to triumph.
Who is Monsieur de Leclos?
A brilliant writer whose pen has shaken the old world, but is also an experienced military engineer who has sworn his sword to our common cause, to his great misfortune, it would appear. There is little doubt that he died leading his men through the tunnels.
Does this guy have anything good to say about anyone? He checked me out earlier. He thought I looked good. Whoa, oh, did we just find a memory? Oh, shoot. Why is he wearing a diaper on his head?
Parading around like peacocks, these scoundrels, rotten to their very core. See how they proudly display their vices and
like, that's not a turban.
Tirelessly working to
It straight up looks like he has pants on his head.
mud, trampling love itself.
The Queen is said to have read your liaison before her husband banned it. It's hilarious, isn't it?
I'm not surprised. No matter how hard I work to denounce their immoral practices, the aristocrats saw my novel as nothing more than a light-hearted bit of fluff. How naive I was to imagine that my pen could slice away the gangrene of their debauchery.
Well, fortunately, you have more than one string to your bow, mon capitaine.
So which of them did this memory belong to, I wonder?
This mattress is stained with blood, as is this jacket. Who could have stayed here? Monsieur Marat will surely be able to tell me.
Smuggler's hat and Mandarin doublet.